Welcome to our Sunday Sessions finale. After all the amazing roast with the mosts we've seen over the past 7 weeks, we thought we'd finish with the most shared roast of them all, the Christmas dinner, and we're going to do it on the barbecue. So for our Christmas dinner, we're going to be doing whole rotisserie turkey on the barbecue, of course. And to accompany that, I'm going to be doing some Brussels sprouts with chorizo sausage, pickled onion and thyme, some almond-crusted roast potatoes, pigs in blankets, and some sticky parsnips with black onion seeds and some honey. And to finish it off, my favourite cranberry sauce with Jack Daniels. I think we better get started. So this is a really lovely turkey we've got here. It's about 5 kilos in weight. So the first thing that we're going to do is literally apply butter over the skin. So make sure you've got some soft butter, and I'm going to just rub that into the actual meat. And this is going to help the seasoning to stick. And also butter is going to give you a lovely glaze on the outside of the meat. So I'm just going to literally pick off the rosemary. And I'm going to use some lovely sea salt here to season up the skin. You want to use a fair bit of salt because that's going to give you a lovely crust. And the skin's going to go quite crispy. Turkey skin's really thick, so it can take quite a lot of seasoning. We want to keep it fairly simple. I don't want to add any other flavours. We want to really champion that good quality turkey. And we're just going to finish this off with a squeeze of lemon juice. So, and there she is, ready for the spit. Okay, we're now going to put the turkey on the spit. I'm going to release one of the forks, or the prongs, and then we're left with just the one. We'll pick up the bird in one hand, and you want to make sure that you actually get it central. There he is. Jab it in, and then we're in the right position there. And then make sure these little thumb screws are completely undone, and then we'll insert that into the thigh meat. So once you've got your turkey on the spit, it's really important to make sure it's centred. So you can see actually it's a little further one end. So all we do is just loosen the screws and then pull the spike until you've got that perfect central position. And when you're happy, tighten them back up again and you're ready to rotisserie. I've got some pigs in blankets. We're just going to wrap some smoky bacon around some chipolatas with some rosemary. So here are my chipolatas, and I'm just going to separate them to begin with. So cut them up. And now I'm going to take just a piece of streaky bacon, and this is a smoked streaky bacon, and I tend to just add a little bit of rosemary onto the bacon, and then we're going to simply wrap the sausage with the bacon. So my pigs in blankets are done, and I'm going to cook those in the oven. I really want to reserve the oven for pigs in blankets, for roast potatoes and parsnips. The turkey is the key. That's going to be cooked outside in the barbecue. Also with these Brussels sprouts. So these sprouts have been washed and trimmed, and they're ready just to go in some boiling water. I've got a pan on the hob here, and I'm just going to add a little bit of sea salt to the water. And then we're going to put these sprouts in. You want to make sure that the water is covering all the sprouts. And then we're going to put these on to just simmer for no more than about 10 minutes, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to stir fry them almost with some chorizo sausage, some dried thyme, and some little pickled silver skin onions. Okay, so preparing your vegetables can be done, even the day before. I'd say what you need to do is make sure you blanch them or get them to the point where they're ready to go in the oven or the barbecue. But you don't need to put all that pressure on yourself on Christmas morning. Okay, so that's most of the vegetables and the side dishes sort of prepared. I'm now going to take the turkey out and get this roasting. So we are ready to roast the turkey. I've got my master touch here with the rotisserie set up, all ready to go. So we're just going to remove the lid. Now, just to tell you, I've set this barbecue up for indirect heat, about 175, so it's not too hot. And we want to separate the heat source so the coals are either side. That's indirect cooking. And we'll take our turkey You want to always make sure you put the spike end into the rotisserie motor. Just gently feed that in, and there he is, ready to go. So everything is set up now. All we need to do is hit the on button on the motor. And now we're cooking. So I'm just going to put the lid back in position, and in about 2.5 hours we should have the most delicious roast turkey we've ever had. So I'm really excited to see what this turkey is going to be looking like. It's had about 2 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, we'll carefully remove the lid. Wow. Let's have a little look. I'm going to turn the motor off. Okay, that will help to give us a better idea of where we are with this. But it's really important to use a little digital thermometer, because then you know exactly what the internal temperature is. Okay, so I've checked the temperature. It's up to 75 degrees. I'm going to take it off, let it rest. So while the turkey's resting, I've got enough time to cook my Brussels sprouts. There's just enough heat in the grill still, and I've set it up for a direct heat, and I've got the gourmet barbecue wok in position. Let's pop the gloves on, we'll have a little look. So carefully lift up that lid. You can just see the wok sitting there nice and hot. So I'm going to use a bit of rapeseed oil in the bottom. You can just see that starting to smoke, so we've got a good temperature. And we're going to start off with the chorizo sausage and the pickled onion. So we're just going to add a little bit of dried thyme in there and a little pinch of sea salt. So that's just going to take 5 minutes to cook with the lid down, and then we can bring them in and serve up. So we're going to make our super quick cranberry sauce. 20 grams of butter, 400 grams of cranberries, okay? And we're going to cook those down for about 10 minutes until they really soften up nicely. So we've got 100 grams of a soft brown sugar. I'm also going to use some Jack Daniel's whiskey. This is a real key player in the dish. We're going to go for 200 mils of Jack Daniel's, so about there, I reckon, maybe there. We're also going to add 6 tablespoons of cider vinegar, okay? I'm being a bit more careful with this ingredient. And there we go, number 6. Now to finish this off, we're going to add some black treacle. This is going to give a really lovely dark richness. We're going to go for 1 tablespoon of black treacle in there. And we're just going to finish this off with a little pinch of cayenne pepper, just to give it a little bit of spice. Now all the sugar and the treacle is going to really reduce down and give you a lovely sticky rich sauce. So I'm going to stir that up, get it back on the heat. I'm going to cook that down for about 20 minutes, just gently simmering it and allowing all those flavours to come together. So it's time to blitz the cranberry sauce. It's been bubbling away for about 15 minutes and it's got some amazing smells going. We've got our blitzer, here we go, and going in. I think that looks pretty good to me, so we'll just pop that over there and let's get this sauce in the bowl. Look at that. That's going to be enough to feed an army. So here we have it, all our lovely food that we've cooked. The turkey, rotisserie cooked on the barbecue. We've got our wok cooked Brussels sprouts with the chorizo and pickled onions. We've got our pigs in blankets, sticky parsnips, beautiful roast potatoes, and my favourite cranberry and Jack Daniel's whiskey sauce. I've also made a little bit of gravy, which I think is going to go nicely with everything. So let's get this lot plated up. So thank you to all our followers who sent us their favourite roasts and to everybody else who voted. For full details on all the roast with the most recipes, please visit Weber.com. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, so cheers, happy Christmas.